coach for today, and I'm here with my assistant Pilar, and we're going to be doing a total body mobility, stability, and strength workout. This is really going to focus on your freedom of movement, creating a broad range of motion in your joints, really in a very balanced way, and we're going to focus on stabilizing your joints through strengthening the muscles around them, really focusing on the small muscles, which tend to get lost in those high-intensity workouts. So we're going to get started. We're going to start our warm-up from head to toe, and then take the workout from toe to head. So here we go. Feet hip width apart, and we're going to start by turning our head from side to side. Just go to what you're comfortable with, back to the center and up and down. It's not a competition, a little goes a long way with the neck. Good, back to the center, tip your head from side to side. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips on your shoulders, roll back. And roll forward. We're gonna drop our arms and we're gonna go single, single, forward, double. Single, single, double. Now we're gonna take it with the other side. Bring your hands up to your chest, fists facing each other. We're gonna really focus on stabilizing our abs in this position as we start our rotations. To the right. Your hips can move a little bit, but this is really about the rib cage motion and your upper body motion. You wanna keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Now we're gonna reach our arm out and in. Same thing, keep your abs engaged as you reach. For 3, for 2, and 1. Hold, and now we're gonna circle. Circle, and pull. Working in all planes of motion here. Now we're gonna go back to our rotation with our fists. We're gonna reach our arm, reach, and in. We're gonna hold out to the side for our circle and pull back. If you feel any clicking or crunching or anything, just make your range of motion smaller, not a big deal. Back to our rotation. Good. Feet wide, knees over your hips, just easy turn out. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're going to start reaching with the right. Reach. Eight more for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach over to your right. Think about breathing space in the side of your rib cage. Grab your wrists for a deeper stretch. Think about grounding your hip towards your heel and extending it away from your top hand. We're gonna reach over to the side, come to the center. We're just gonna swing back and forth in the center. Gentle bend in the knees. Roll up for 4, 3, 2, reach the other way. Really think about increasing the distance of that diagonal line. For 4, 3, 2, 1, reach it over. Nice, ground that hip like we did before. Reach your fingertips, high energy up. And breathe. Grab your wrist for your deeper stretch. These lateral lines take a beating. It's great to open them up here. Last breath. We're gonna swing over and down through the center. We're gonna roll up, place our hands on our thighs. We're gonna do spinal mobility. And up, and down. I'm gonna show you this from the side. Pilar's gonna stay forward, and up. Really try to articulate your spine. And then we're gonna hold here. We're gonna arch, opening up your chest. And then curl, bringing your hips forward. Again, arch. Last one, curl. Good, we're gonna step wide again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, rotate your toes to the side wall. We're gonna make a long diagonal with our body, pumping our heel back for our calf mobility here. Place your hands on your thigh and hold, reaching your heel away from your front foot. You're gonna circle your front arm, place it down on the floor, step your foot back, and now we're gonna do 4 slow hip circles, really massaging the front of your hip, bringing ease into your hip flexor. Last one, and hold. On your exhale, think about sinking your hip down 1 inch further, just by releasing it. 2 more breaths. Bring your back foot in, and we're gonna rock heel toe. And hold back, lift your toes up, grab underneath your toe for an extra stretch. And breathe it out. Circle your front arm up, bring it back through the center, and we're gonna go to the other side. Long diagonal here. Pump your heel back. Great, now hold. Hands on your front thigh to stabilize yourself. Reach your back heel back. You can see Pilar's back line here. She's creating a nice long diagonal all the way through and really getting a nice stretch through her calf. Circle the front arm forward and place it next to your foot. Reach your back foot back for your 4 slow circles here. Really opening up the front of that hip. And hold. 2 breaths here. Step your back foot in and rock, heel, and up on your toe. We're gonna hold back, toes lifted, stretch with your front hand. Now we're gonna circle our arms up. Great, that was our warm up. We're gonna bring some motion to our body, increase your blood flow, get your heart rate up, and just warm up the body. Now, like I promised, we're gonna work from toe to head. We're gonna start with a reverse lunge. I'm gonna have you step on your right foot, and you're gonna step back with your left foot. Hands on your hips, and we're gonna lunge back. And then bring your toe in. Keep going with Pilar. I'm gonna show you a side view. So you want your legs to be 90-90. And your front leg is in that 90-degree angle. Your back knee just goes an inch above the ground to really activate those muscles around your knee. You really want to protect the knee joints because it's an area that's prone to injury. Now, on our next one, on your step back, you're going to rotate. Just 2 more. Now, we're going to do a static hold, shoulders down, knee lifted. Hold here in this position. Pushing against your hands, creating that resistance, and keeping your front line of your leg long. Hips even. We never want to sacrifice our quality for quantity. So if you need to drop your knee down, that's okay. And we're going to fall out of this for some hip mobility. Hands on your hips. Try to keep your hips nice and even as we shift from side to side. Feet parallel, keeping your knees in line with your toes. Now we're going to hold to our right, reaching the opposite arm forward and the other arm back. Hold. I'm going to show you the side position for this. You want to make sure your knee is behind your toes on this so you don't cause any pressure and you really activate those small muscles we were talking about. Good. And extend the distance between your fingers for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go on our other leg for our rear lunge. Step it back, hands on your hips. Step back and in. Bring your hands to your chest and rotate. Great job, you guys. Do you feel the burn yet? She does, she's working hard. Good, lift the knee, Press those hands together, shoulders away from your ears, and lift. Flex your bottom foot. Keep your hips nice and even and lifted. Great job. See how our shoulders are down? Just sliding those shoulder blades down the back makes a huge difference. Hold it out for 4, 3, 2, back to our hip mobility, and side. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna hold again. Sit your booty back, knee behind your toes, and extend your arms. Make sure you're not sinking into your hip on this. Really lift up through your leg. You don't want to create any joint compression while you're creating strength. Hold it out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna add a little athletic dancer combo here. We're gonna do our arabesque move, and then we're also gonna add some flies. So Pilar is gonna demonstrate to the side so you can see the arabesque. Option number 1 is to keep your toe on the floor. Option number 2 is to lift your foot off the floor, but keeping your body in a 45-degree angle. From there, we're gonna do some rear flies and lift. Just that resistance really creates a burn in the arms. As long as we don't move too fast, we don't need weights to get a workout every time. For 4, 3, for 2, and 1. We're gonna come to a center squat. I'm gonna have you pretend like you're holding a small ball and really resist it, like you've gotta squeeze it to keep it in your hands. We're gonna start with our squat and lift. Squat. For 4, for 3, for 2, last one. We're gonna do our arabesque on our other side. You've got 2 options, toe down. Again, pick proper technique over trying to lift your leg high. And then lift from there. We're gonna come to our T-flies with our palms starting together, and we're gonna lift. Keep your hands nice and open. Four more. Excellent. All right, so now we're gonna make that last move we did with the squat a little more tricky. So grab your ball again, we're gonna sit it back, and we're gonna twist and lift. We're gonna pick up the tempo. This combines so many of the things we were just talking about at the beginning of the workout. That range of motion, your stability, your mobility, and your strength. Working hard, how you feeling? Good, great. Woo, good. Last set. 2 more. Great job. Woo. All right, we can bring it down. So we're gonna start by facing the side. With our theme of mobility, you're gonna roll down. Try to roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Bring your hands to the floor. Walk your feet out. Bring your knees to the mat. And I want you to do this so you can find the proper position with your forearms on the floor. You wanna make sure your forearms are taking most of the weight in your hands and not so much your elbows. And your shoulders should be right over your elbows. You're gonna extend your feet back, find a stable position, and then we're gonna start with our shifts. Shift front and back. I'm gonna show you on Pilar how amazing her technique is, because it is. So you wanna really pull your abs in. You don't want any sinking in your low back. That can it not only doesn't activate the muscles as much, but it could actually cause a lot of pressure in the back and the hips. So here, I'm gonna have her pause here, and then we're gonna do 10 hip lifts and lift, just small motion, and she's really activating that through her abs. Almost think about pulling your belly button up and up. Great job. Now hold, and she's gonna spread her feet wide. So in this position, we're activating several areas of the abs while we're doing similar exercises, but just subtle differences make a big change. So hold, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Now we're gonna come into our scapula mobilization for our before we start our next planks. Hands right below your shoulders. We're gonna retract our shoulders down and lift. For 4, for 3, for 2, last 1. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears because you don't want that scrunch feeling. That can create all sorts of neck issues. So you want to keep your shoulders grounded and neutral. Extend your legs back into your plank about hip distance apart, and we're going to start with our shoulder taps. You can see what Pilar is doing. I'm going to show you the front view so you can really see. Now you want to try to keep your hips nice and level, which is a challenge, as you can see. It's hard for us, but we're trying. Great. Hold your plank, bring your feet together. Lower your hips down 1 more inch. Excellent job. And hold it out. You got it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, bring your knees to the floor. Turn your biceps forward. Lift your chest forward and lower yourself down to the mat for 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna circle your hands forward and reach them back. Now you're gonna place them behind your head, ground the front of your feet into the floor as you do your back push-ups. Keep lifting. You wanna keep your neck in a long line here. I'm gonna show you on Pilar. She's not tipping her chin up to look. She's just keeping her body in a nice long line. That's to not cause any strain on her neck. 2 more, and lift. Great job. Now she's gonna place her hands underneath her forehead, and she's gonna pull in her abs as she lifts her legs all at once, and then lowers. 9 more. Great job. She's extending out through her toes as she does this, so it's creating space as she's lengthening her legs and strengthening the back of her body. It's a lot of things at once, but you got it. I know you do. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna extend your arms forward into a Superman pose. 1 lift, lift the whole body, and hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now she's gonna swim it out and swim. This really brings it all in together, really activates all the muscles in the back of the body all at once. You got it for 8, 7, you got it at home too. 5, 4, 3, 2, good job. All right, place your hands right by your chest. I'll do some work again now too. Sorry for making you work so hard. Okay, so lift. This is option number 1. Option number 2 is if you feel like it's not crunching your spine at all, you can extend up as you hold your abs in and lengthen through the front of your body. Really getting that stretch in the front of your psoas. You can rock your hips from side to side. Push up through your shoulders. And now look back at your right foot. Dipping your opposite hip towards the floor. Exhale, let that hip melt 1 inch closer to the floor. And now we're gonna rotate to the other side. All right, great job, guys. We're gonna come down. We're gonna bring our hips back and we're gonna sit on our heels. Reaching your fingertips out in front of you. We're gonna do 1 more exercise. You got it in you, I know you do. All right, all 4s. Make sure your hands are just below your shoulders. And if you're a little hyperextended like I am, make sure you keep them bent a little bit so you're not overarching into your joints. No bueno. All right, knees just below your hips. And you're gonna start by extending 1 arm and 1 leg. Hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're gonna come in, touch our hand to our knee, just for 4, and reach nice and slow, really contracting those abs. Great job. Good, last one. And we're gonna hold in our extended position for 8, 7, 6, 5, reach it, 4, 3, 2, hand down. One last thing. We're gonna lift the leg with a flex foot for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Our little transition here. Hands and knees down on the floor. We're gonna arch, opening the chest wide, and then curl, bringing the hips forward. Arch it, and curl. 2 more times. And curl. And switch legs. Extend the opposite arm and leg. Excellent. Hold. For 8, 7, 6, 5. You want to think about keeping your hips even in this position? Great. Now touch the hand to the knee. Nice and slow, and reach. You can do half the slow movements, and it's like twice the effort. It's pretty cool. It's really hard. She'll tell you. Good. Now hold in the extended position for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the hand down. We're gonna extend the back leg. Flex foot for 8, 7, 6, 5. You got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job, guys. Now we're gonna do a nice little cool down. Since we worked out our legs so much, we're gonna do our little figure 4 stretch. We're gonna start to the side. Make sure the leg you're bending, that foot is really flexed. You wanna protect your knee joint as much as you can. So you're gonna cross here. You can grab underneath your thigh. Just lay back, pull into your chest. 2 more breaths. And switch. Kick your legs up in the middle, shake it out, feels good. All right, switch sides. Two more breaths here. Come back to your seated position. Got a few more things here. We're gonna do our little S position with our legs. We're gonna lift up and swing back. Really opening up the front of your hip. You can start to gently lift your hips off the floor and lift. Last one. Bring your hands into the center and your feet. You're gonna rotate downward and then back up. All right, we're gonna flip our legs the opposite direction and give a long reach up to the corner and release. Second one, little lift of your hips. And you can stay with that, that's totally fine. If you want a deeper stretch, lift up higher. And last one. Good, bring your legs, cross your legs however it feels comfortable. Do a last little lateral stretch here. We're gonna reach out to the right, skimming the floor. Inhale, up, reach it high and over, and across the front of your body. Then other side. Big rainbow arm, and then reach. Last side, lift over, and then reach long and tall. Big inhale, bring your hands together, place them in your lap and exhale. One last big deep breath. And great job, you guys. Thank you for joining us today. Big thanks to Pilar, sweating it out. Oh my gosh. See, it is hard, even when you don't jump around too much. Thank you so much for joining us today. Check out other workouts on Qinetic.com, and then also follow us on YouTube. And you can find me at MarissaMerliss.com, also on social media at MarissaFit5678. Have a great week.